Okay, so today we're going deep on someone who I gotta say I just discovered it recently, and I was
Okay.
yeah, like really intrigued. Right, her name was Menage Queen's Barbie, and the first thing that really caught my eye, I think, is the name.
Yeah.
Like, how can you not click on that, right? So Menage Queen's Barbie, she's a gospel hip hop and R&B artist from
Wow.
Sacramento, California.
Interesting.
And one thing I thought was really interesting was that she uses vocal effects software to create her music. So I was really curious to dive in and kind of see what she was all about.
Yeah, that sounds really interesting. Like when you think of like gospel and hip hop, it doesn't feel like they would necessarily go together, but I'm curious to see how she makes that work.
Yeah, definitely. And, when you look at her music, it's described as like this really interesting blend, right? It's
Yeah.
gospel hip hop, and then there's like elements of pop in there and a dance and even trance. So it's like,
Wow, she really spans the gamut.
it's like really all over the place, but like in a cool way.
Yeah, it's like a fusion of everything.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm, like, how does all of that fit together? What is
Yeah.
that even like?
Yeah, I mean, that's super fascinating. Like when you think of gospel, you think of like a very specific sound, right?
Right.
Very soulful, very spiritual.
Right.
And then you have hip hop, which has its own energy, its own rhythms.
Yeah.
But then you throw in pop and dance and trance, and it's like, how does she even blend all of that together, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, is there anyone else who's even doing that? Like, are there any comparisons you could even make to other artists?
That's a really good question. I mean, you have artists who blend like gospel and R&B, like Mary, for example.
Right. Right.
Or even Kirk Franklin, who incorporates hip hop elements into his music.
Yeah.
But to have this whole range of genres in one artist, it's quite unique.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you add in the fact that her music is very much rooted in her faith, right? So she's very clear that she creates this music for the love of Jesus Christ. So it's like, okay, how does that faith element then play into these, more secular genres like hip hop and dance and all that?
Yeah, that's really interesting. I mean, I think gospel music has always had a way of influencing other genres. Like you look at the roots of rock and roll, there's a lot of gospel influence there.
Oh, for sure.
And even in hip hop, you have artists like Chance the Rapper who are very open about their faith and incorporate it into their music.
Right.
So I think it's really about finding a way to express that faith in a way that feels authentic to the artist and to the genre they're working in.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. And, what's funny is like when you look at how she's described online, it's like all these kind of contrasting things. It says like catchy tunes, unstoppable dance moves, magnetic sexual appeal, and then girl next door sweetness. It's like, wait, what? How do all of those things exist in one person?
Yeah, that's like a whole persona right there. And it's really interesting because it's almost like she's defying categorization. Like she's not just one thing. She's this complex blend of all these different elements. And I think that's what makes her so intriguing is like you can't really put her in a box.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like a lot of artists try to do that, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Like they try to project a certain image or a certain style.
Yeah.
But it's like she's almost embracing all of these different sides of herself. And that's what makes her so unique.
Yeah. And I think that's something that a lot of people can relate to, you know?
Right.
Like we all have different sides to ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
We're not just one dimensional. And I think seeing an artist embrace that complexity, it's really empowering.
Yeah, for sure. And, like you were saying earlier, it's like she's really creating her own lane,
Mm-hmm.
Like she's not trying to fit into any existing mold. She's just doing her own thing and it's working.
Yeah. And I think that's really inspiring, especially for young artists,
Totally.
to see someone like her just break all the rules and be successful. It's like, okay, maybe I can do that too.
Right, right. And the best part is you can actually hear all of this for yourself because her music is on Spotify.
Oh, nice.
So if you are intrigued by anything we've talked about, like the mix of genres, the faith element, or just this really unique persona, I highly recommend checking her out, Menage Queen's Barbie.
Yeah, definitely. And I think after listening to her music, it's really worth thinking about, like, where does this fit in the larger landscape of music?
Right.
Like, is she a trendsetter? Is she going to inspire other artists to kind of blend these genres and incorporate their faith in a similar way?
Mm-hmm.
Or is she just this really unique artist who's kind of blazing her own trail? It's really fascinating to think about.
Yeah, that is a really good question. And I think, only time will tell, right?
Yeah.
But it's definitely something worth paying attention to. So that wraps up our deep dive into Menage Queen's Barbie.
Awesome.
I hope you enjoyed it and maybe learned something new. Until next time.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.